Welcome back everybody. For the video I'm about to show you, I was quite unsure whether or not I should even make it. See, first of all, Carpat is a difficult map, as many people will tell you, and I agree. While it seems generally rather easy to find basic civilian weapons, since they are scattered around all houses all over the map, it seems quite hard to get your hand on some military gear. On every server there's often just one or two groups equipped with military equipment. Now, whether or not this is good or bad is a topic for another video. Today I just want to show you the two quickest ways to get such gear. Just at the side, let me start by telling you that the number one crafting recipe you should remember is the pine rifle. As I have shown in other videos, it does 88 damage to the head, which is often not deadly, but adding another shot to the mix will surely end your enemy's miserable life in the most humiliating way possible. But since most of you won't consider a pine rifle to be decent loot anyways, let me show you how you can get even better gear. The first and probably easiest way is to simply grind XP and then buying weapons from the weapons trader in the safe zone. The friendlier you play, the better weapons will be sold to you. Your friendliness is measured by your reputation score, which you will see on the leaderboard. To keep your reputation high, you should always help other players by giving them food and bandages. Those can be applied to your allies by right-clicking on them, and make sure that you never shoot at another player first. Because if somebody else is shooting at you on the other hand, you are free to shoot them and you won't get any reputation loss. This works even when the other player didn't hit you directly but only shot towards your general direction. In fact, you will even get positive reputation for killing an aggressor, no matter if his reputation is positive or negative. On the opposite, it is obviously also possible to play as a bandit, but firstly, the amount of money bandit traders want for a shitty pistol can be considered a scam, and secondly, it is extremely easy to cheat the system, by simply having at least one guy in your bandit group which just never shoots people on sight, and therefore has a positive reputation. So he can do all the trading for the group, and hence the entire group profits from the cheap prices. Another way to cheat the system is by simply having multiple characters, which is possible if you have the gold edition of Unturned. Because reputation is locked to each of your characters and not your Steam account, you can simply have a character with positive reputation sitting in the safe zone and use it to trade, while you play with the other one whenever you want to engage in PvP. If you are a server owner yourself and you want to prevent people from abusing their secondary characters for this, there is an excellent plugin for Rocket which allows you to set the maximum amount of characters allowed for each player. Obviously, this plugin is installed on my server, and if you want to install it on yours, you'll find the link in the description. Anyways, grinding XP by killing zombies can get quite boring after a while, so here is another way to gear up. Now, as you probably know, there are radiation zones on Carpat. One in the northeast and one in the northwest. The one in the northeast has shit loot and the one in the northwest is hard as fuck. But don't let this distract you from the fact that looting them can still be rewarding. If you plan a trip to any radiation zone in Unturned, it is rather advisable to bring a gas mask. Go into any radiation zone without one and you'll see your sickness disappear after a blink, followed directly by your health bar, which then will result in, you guessed it, your death. If you are a good player, simply wait for the next airdrop to appear. Kill everybody, grab the gas mask which most likely spawned in the airdrop chest, and if it didn't, well, better luck next time. If you are a bad player, you can also just walk to any of the 3 gas mask spawns which are spread across the map and hope for the best. The first one is at a helicopter which crashed on the little hill, another one can be found on top of the factory, and the last one is in a hidden room underneath the chalet. You can simply use a pickaxe to get inside, but if you feel like wasting some extra resources, a termite charge will do the job as well. Don't get sad if you get unlucky and don't find anything, because your chance of finding just a filter every time you visit one of those points on a normal server lies at 17%. So if you walked across the entire map and still haven't found any filter or gas mask whatsoever, this is not unlucky, this is average. After you've been through all this, the difficult part actually starts. Now you have the choice of dying in the northeast or northwest radiation zone. If you've chosen northeast, this is the entrance you'll face. Immediately turn right after entering and you will get into a long hallway. At the right is a civilian and a computer part spawn, at the left a gun spawn, and further down the line an attachment spawn. Moving along this corridor, here is the point where it matters whether or not you brought a spare filter. If not, you can now start crying miserably because you will lose all your precious loot, including your gas masks and all other stuff you've farmed so long for. If you are in fact a smart person and brought a secondary filter, it's about time to put it on. Grab the military loot back in this room, then return, move up the giant staircase, grab the attachment and civilian spawn on your way out and run outside. You might have noticed that the loot in here was pretty bad, but worry not, just don't go there. Go to the northwest instead. But wait, why did I show this failure of a loot spawn then? Well, if I didn't, there would be at least 10 kids complaining about how I am a fucking idiot for not doing so and that the northeast is in fact amazing. Northwest is a lot smaller and therefore you'll be good with only one full gas mask most of the time. Simply walk over the bridge, ignore the first house, grab the PC part spawn to your right and the civilian spawn to your left. Continue to walk past the fence and get the attachment spawn in this little garage, then walk towards the church. Grab the PC and attachment spawn on the bottom, and then use some plates or ladders to go to the roof of the church, since there's almost a 100% chance that you will find a weapon up there. Having survived that, you can grab another civilian weapon spawn to the west of the church, and finally continue to the last one, which is located inside this garbage container. Maybe you're now looking at this and be like, well, Swiss, this is stupidly hard. And yes it is. This is not your usual walk into the military to gear up Unturned map. This is difficult. Now in my opinion, the fact that radiation zones are so hard and filters are so rare make radiation zones a no-go zone if you want to gear up quickly. The farming XP and buying guns at the trader method is not only more reliable, but also safer. However, I still encourage you to try it. As I died in the radiation zone and lost all my loot, I didn't feel bad. Fuck! It was a good experience. Finally, there's a map which offers proper endgame content besides PvP. Keep in mind that it's not always about getting good loot, but sometimes just about the challenge of getting out alive. Before I will end this video, I want to make a shout out to MacDougal. You wanted to get featured in an upcoming episode, so here you go.
Yo, Swift.
Hello.
Swift.
Hello. You have to follow me, dude. I have to show you something.
We've been looking for an axe for all day, dude. Spawn
Okay.
it.
No, I can't spawn it, dude. That's cheating. I'm not gonna cheat. But I can show you where
I
one
know,
spawned.
dude. Well, we tried to find an axe and like all day, dude.
Okay, come on, I'll
No
show
way.
you. I'll show you, come on.
If you don't feature me, dude.
I will feature you, don't worry. But we have to find the axe first, right? Just have to go. Oh, well, they're shooting.
Oh yeah, that's my friend. Oh my god, dude.
Come on, let's go, dude.
Wait, stay here, Swift.
No, come back! They're over, oh my god. Okay, can I show you guys something now?
Show me your penis. Yeah, dude, what you want to show us?
Well, it's over there, so we gotta jump over there.
I'm
I
black.
can swim,
Black
I think.
people
I
can't
think I
drown.
can.
No,
I
dude,
think
like
I can
this
swim. Oh
thing.
shit! Oh shit!